Hello, welcome to the data channel and you're watching DP-700 Fabric Data Engineer Associate course. As part of this course, we are bringing up the next video. So that is how do we actually create a Microsoft Fabric free account, and this will be for a practice purpose. So as we'll be practicing as a beginners, so definitely we would need a free account for the to kind of have a touch and feel of exactly how Microsoft Fabric look like. So in this video, we will basically see how to activate the Microsoft Fabric free account, and so that in the upcoming videos we can get started with Microsoft Fabric and like we can have a hands-on by using Microsoft Fabric portal, right? So once we are able to activate the free account. So before proceeding, if you are new to this channel, we would recommend you to please subscribe and also press bell button for instant notifications. So let's get started. Basically, to activate Microsoft Fabric a free account, so what we exactly need is like so we would need the Microsoft account basically. So we need to activate the Microsoft account. So if you don't have Microsoft account, we need to kind of register. It is just a click of a button. So then the next step is once you have the Microsoft account, you can go ahead and activate your Azure free trial account. So once you have Azure free trial account, so basically you will be getting some 200 like dollar kind of amount credited for your Microsoft free account. So and with that you can start practicing any component in Azure, but like from the Microsoft Fabric perspective. So once you have the Azure free trial account activated, so you can go ahead and create a tenant in a intra. So tenant is nothing but it is just like a you need to like if you are working in any organization, so at organization level, so there will be one tenant account. So all your access will be managed by that within the tenant account, right? So since we are doing for a practice purpose, so we don't have a like a enterprise level tenant. So what we do is we can go ahead and create a user. So in the Microsoft Azure, so that acts as a tenant for us. So with that, we can go ahead and activate the Microsoft Fabric, and so that comes with a 60 days free trial. So we can play around with all the options that comes up with Microsoft free Fabric free account. Uh, that is a free trial for 60 days. Okay. So now we will get started with how exactly we create a Microsoft account. The first two steps, and then we go to the next two steps, right?
Basically, Microsoft Azure is not a tool that need to be installed. It is just the account. So we need to create an account, and everything we can practice once the account is created for Microsoft Azure account. We can practice literally everything in just any browser, maybe Chrome or Microsoft Edge or any other browser for that matter. So let's see how to actually Microsoft Azure account. So once you type in there, it will automatically take you to this link of a Microsoft Azure. So once you click that, so it will take you to the page where it details out the things that you need and what are the free things that you free services that you get and what are the limitations. So all the details you get in this particular page. If I scroll down, so this is azuremicrosoft.com. This is official Microsoft portal where they actually mention all these details. So basically, it you can see there are like 12 popular. There are a few popular services that are free for 12 months, and there are 40 other plus services which are always free. So and apart from that, you get 200 USD Azure credit. If you are in another country, the amount will be depend on the particular currency. So and you will have 30 days to use this particular credit amount that Azure is crediting you. So once you create, so this will be automatically credited to your Azure account, and so this will be valid for 30 days. This 200 USD. But these popular services, what they are mentioning, and these are free for 12 months, and also like there are several other services of Microsoft Azure which are always free, always in the sense lifetime free. So let us, if you scroll down here, they have given the details, more details. If you see here, if you click on see all free services, so these are there are a lot of services which are like creating an app server, automations, Cosmos DB, MySQL, DevOps, Kubernetes. So there are a lot of services basically, and they actually, you can see here what are the free period. So it's 12 month always. It is either 12 months or it is always free. And what does free means? Free means it is not completely free. There are some certain conditions that are applied here. If you see here, it is only for 20,000 transaction. So if you see here, there is some memory limitation for a couple of services, yeah, so especially for storage services, and for some compute services, there is some limit based on that compute and request units, particular request units. So it depends actually. Like if you see, if you take the storage services like my SQL, so there is a limitation with respect to the uh, storage. So with these limitations, if you come up here on the top, so there are two options: to start free and pay as you go. So if you want to start with the pay as you go, you need to upfront. You'll be upfront charged with your credit card or whatever banking details that you provide. You'll be upfront charged on that banking details. So if your intention is to start practicing for free, so definitely we need to click on the start free option. So to create a Microsoft Azure account, so you need to have a mandatory, you need to have a Microsoft account. So you might have created a Microsoft account for some other purpose if you already created it. So you can directly start giving that Microsoft account here. Okay, if you don't have the Microsoft account, you can just create one. Just go to this link, and you need to fill a form where it will ask you the basic details of. So if you want to create an account, say you can give your email ID here. After that, it will take you to the page, and there, so once you give all the details there in that form, so it will ask you the credit card details. So don't worry, it will not charge you. So it will just charge you a nominal amount of 1 or 2 rupees. But actually, it will not charge you unless you create a pay-as-you-go service. So you need to authenticate your credit card, or sometimes it also accepts nowadays a debit card, which sometimes maybe a salary account or something, but not actually prepaid debit cards. It will not accept. So once you create a Microsoft account, basically what you need to do is you can directly sign into that Microsoft account. So since I already have my Microsoft account, so I can just give my and I'm just giving the username and password here. So once it get authenticated, so it will directly take you to the Microsoft portal, Microsoft Azure portal basically. So since I've already created my Azure portal Azure account, so it is giving me this message. But if you're a first time creating this, so you'll be directly navigated to Azure portal. So once you create this Microsoft account here, so you can directly go to the portal.azure.com. So this is a home page of Microsoft Azure, and you will directly land into this page. So once you see this page, it is confirmed that you have successfully created a Microsoft Azure account, and you can see here 14,500, which is $200 equivalent rupees in Indian currency, has been credited to my account, which is valid for next 30 days. I can utilize it for within next 30 days, and so you can see a lot of services here. This is the home page. You can directly go and create the services here. So please note that we are using a like a free account. So it is not a pay as you go account. If it is a pay as you go account, so you'll be directly charged for that particular services that you're using. So if you go for cost and management, cost management and billing here, you can see. So we are using and this is a billing account. This is billing details. And if you go to the cost management here, here somewhere it shows it is a free account. Yeah, as you can see here, it shows it's a free trial account. And so if you have another pay-as-you-go service, you can actually select that, and it will show all your costs accordingly with some cost analytics, and you can control like basically you can have the budget control here, and you can also set alerts, cost alerts if you're exceeding some amount, and there are custom alerts that you can create so that you can control your billing. So this is much important when you're talking about a free account as well, because you should not accidentally create the pay-as-you-go account. So if you're creating that, you should come here and make sure that you're not being charged on a monthly basis. So that's the reason I'm explaining it at the beginning of the session. So cost management and billing. Just make sure you're not creating any services with pay-as-you-go.
So now that we have Microsoft, we have created the Microsoft account and we have activated the Azure free trial. So we will go to the next step where we will activate we will create a tenant, so which will be a dummy, which act as a dummy tenant. So ideally, as I mentioned, it is the tenant will be your organization level one tenant will be created, and will be having access to that tenant. But because we are creating a free practice account, Microsoft Fabric practice account, so we will have to. There is a way to create a user in Azure portal, and via that user we can activate the Fabric, and that user act as a tenant for you. So how do we do that? So basically we can go to this, right? Azure portal, back to the Azure portal that we have created, and what we can do is you can click on user here. So you can type in user, and you get into the user tab here, and inside that you can click on new user. Okay, after that, inside that you can click create new user. So basically, if you see here, that is like this is a domain name, right? So you get a domain name like dot Microsoft, not Microsoft dot on Microsoft.com something, and followed by your whatever the like Azure account that you have, that name will be coming by default. So then nothing to change in this part, but here you can give uh, any name that you want, right? So you can it's a principal name, and as you can see the nickname you can keep it by default, you can keep it same name as principal name, and I can give the same name like display name, so how exactly I need to display it, and it will give you the password also. So you can basically copy the password, or you can give your own password here. So I prefer to give my own password. Okay, so once the password is given, so it says account auto enabled. Yes, so we want account to be enabled, right? And I'll go ahead and create. So now it says user created successfully. Let's refresh, and you see the user is already created. So the important thing here is the identities, right? You need to see what identities that it is listing. So it should not be a Microsoft account. It should be a custom account that we created. So using this custom account, we will be trying to activate the Microsoft Fabric. Okay, so basically, like we already know, the this is the principal name, or this will be this principal name act as a login username for the Microsoft Fabric account. So to log into that, so ideally it's better to choose the incognito mode, so you don't have any sessions activated. So you can give app.fabric.com. So here it will ask you the username password. So here you have copied already the user that you have created, right? The service name, what it we are called. So it will be like demo fabric at the rate, so whatever dot microsoft.com, so that you need to give. And definitely it will ask you the password. So you might have noted down the password when you're creating the user. Uh, so the same password you need to provide here, and then click on sign in. So the next step is like it will ask you to reset the password because you are giving it for the first time. So it is asking you my to reset the password. I am resetting the password now. Okay. So once I reset the password, so the next step, it will take you to this screen where it says your organization requires additional security. So don't worry about this. But the main important thing here is it is asking us to authenticate using Microsoft Authenticator app. So here in this step, what we need to do is we need to download the Microsoft Authenticator app in your mobile. So I would recommend you to download Microsoft Authenticator either in your iOS or Android mobile. So once you like download the Microsoft Authenticator, you can click on next. So now it actually says like go to the next. So before going next, it is asking you to install the Microsoft Authenticator app. So download the app before going clicking on next. So once you are ready with the app in your mobile, so now you can click on next. So it is asking. So if prompted, allow notification. So then add an account and select work school or school in your mobile app, right? And then click on next. So now it is giving me the QR code for to scan. So using your once you like install the Microsoft Authenticator app. So once you open the app, so in the usually there will be a QR code option to scan. So like you can click on that QR code option and you can scan this code that you are seeing. It will be you will be seeing on the screen. So once you activate it, so I mean once you are able to scan using your mobile authenticator app, so you can click on next. So now in your Microsoft authentication app, so you will be prompted to give the same number what it is displaying in your particular uh, browser or when you are doing this operation. So the same number you if you give it, the Microsoft Authenticator will app will successfully authenticate it. So now that like Microsoft Authenticator app job is done, that means you are successfully authenticated and you can click on done. So once you click on done, it will basically directly navigate you to the this page where you have it will says you have selected Microsoft Free Fabric and looks like you're already a Microsoft customer sign in. So you can just try to sign in using that. You can click on that because you already have the Azure account. So it is just asking that. So you can click on that and you can give whatever the reason you are belonging to. And you can give the phone number and click on get started. So here if you see now the first second step is completed, third step it is just asking us to get click on get started and please note this will be your Microsoft Fabric username, so you already have this. Okay. uh, and once you click on get started, your Fabric account is created. Now the free trial account is created. So once you see this page, as you can see, like you are able to see the Power BI home, it says, but this is what the Microsoft Fabric landing page looks like. So if you are able to see this page, exactly how it looks, so then you have activated the like you have created the Microsoft Fabric free trial version. But still there is a last step pending. So as you can see here, once you click on your user account icon here, so you'll be able to see request of 60-day free trial of Microsoft Fabric capacity. Okay. So you need to create click on that so that it will activate. But before that, if you see here, right, so these are all the apps, like these are all the you are seeing like Power BI and add-ons, etc., right? But now we will go ahead and uh, click on free trial here. Okay. And it says like activate your 60 days free trial capacity. When you sign up, you will get the free trial Power BI individual, etc., etc. And you what you will be able to do is integrate data from anywhere in the single multi cloud, etc. So yeah, you can it basically giving you the option to do some hands-on so that you get touch and feel of the what exactly the Microsoft Fabric is, and it is basically a 60-day free trial. Okay. And you can just click on activate. So you can click on stay on current page or you can click on Fabric Home. I would choose Fabric Home. So basically it says successfully upgraded to Microsoft Fabric. So by default, when you created an account here, please note it was not actually activated your Fabric account. So now we need to manually go and activate the account. So once we click on that activate, so it is activated the account. So you can click on start tour. So it will just basically help you navigate what are the different options that you can see, right? And the previous screen and this screen, if you see, previously it was just showing the like Power BI, etc., right? But now if you see there is a Fabric Home and you see 59 days left. Okay. And you see the main thing is Fabric Home. Okay. And you can see like here uh, you have real time monitor, one lake, workspace, etc. So if you see all of these options, so you are able to, I mean that means you have activated the Fabric. And like you can start practicing. So in the next upcoming videos, we will actually start the practicals of Microsoft Fabric. What are the different options you can explore here? So we will try to cover those part. So hope this video of like activating the Fabric account and with a 59-day free trial was really helpful. And if you follow the steps properly, so that are mentioned, activating the Microsoft account, Azure free trial, tenant intra, creating a tenant, that is user in a intra account, and you can, like, last step is activating the 60 days free trial. So here, please remember, so you have, when you are activating, try to use the incognito mode, okay, so that you don't have any issues like related to login or login which is cached. Okay, hope this was useful. Thanks for watching.